Well, the story of what happened to the Titanic has been told time and time again. You'd think we've seen everything there is to see about it, but now an old photo has surfaced, a haunting one that reveals what happened in the days after the famous ocean liner went down. And as Ross Lord reports, it's churning up old memories.
Even if you're not a Titanic fanatic, you've likely seen these images. They're foremost in Hollywood movies and in museums around the world. But until now, one revealing image has remained far from public view. A mass funeral on board a ship called the Mackie Bennett, dispatched from Halifax to recover bodies. A priest is conducting a service for dozens of victims who were buried at sea. The family of a Mackie Bennett crew member kept the picture private before selling it in February. Now it's up for auction in the United Kingdom with a pre-sale value of more than $8,000 Canadian.
It's an incredibly valuable photograph in terms of monetary worth, but the historical worth again, because there is nothing else really out there to compare it with.
This Halifax historian says it's a rarity for good reason.
It is my understanding that the White Star Line, who had the ships, hired the ships to go out, told them not to have any cameras on board. So the fact that someone snuck a camera on board and actually any photographs survived are very rare.
Bodies that weren't buried at sea were sent home to be with families or buried at this Halifax cemetery, which is an enduring focal point in the Titanic legend.
Would like to come in the center here.
These tourists are comforted knowing there was dignity for those laid to rest in the ocean.
Actually buried at sea as a proper burial rather than the fact that they just fell overboard and got eaten by the sharks, so to speak.
But the photo also reveals a crude arrangement. Bodies in brown sacks piled 2 or 3 high, a necessary formation on a ship much smaller than the luxury liner the victims set out on.
Obviously, there's not enough space to have the crew members, the minister, and various officers on board the ship. So obviously the bodies are stacked up so that they can be systematically buried at sea.
Another haunting reminder of the world's most famous nautical disaster. Ross Lord, Global News, Halifax.